Hello student, today lecture is important. So in this lecture we have to study about the thermodynamics. This is the chapter of class 12 in physics. Now this is the important and basic chapter. So in this chapter we study about the different topics. We study how the heat transfer take place, what is the sign convention for that. After that we study one by one different processes like the isothermal process, and then we study about the first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, and different cycles. So before we start, I just introduce myself. My name is Manohar Patil and I am the founder of Arise Academy, the coaching institutions in your Shirpur. Those who want to be joined for the physics and mathematics, you can join the classes for the basic study and for the NEET and JCET examinations. So this is the foundation courses are here. So we start. It is most important chapter and we just go one by one. So we start. So here today we covered the today we just complete the we have to complete the three topics. First one is what is the thermodynamics, second one what is meant by thermal equilibrium, and last Zeorth law of thermodynamics. These are the very basic concepts. So this is our starting lecture of thermodynamics. So here we just introduce about what is meant by thermodynamics. So remember that thermodynamics is the branch of the science which deals with the study of heat and temperature. So whenever any body is associated with the heat, and if the body having temperature is different as compared to next something body, so now this studies comes under the thermodynamics. So in thermodynamics we also study about the different form of heat. And also we study about how the interconversion between the different types of energy. So this is the very important and very simple definition. Next, what is meant by thermal equilibrium? For before we make the definition, we just complete the one example so you can properly and clearly understood what is meant by thermodynamics. And next that is thermal equilibrium. So when we take the example, this is the enclosure. So here two objects are there, object first A and object first that is B, and we maintain the temperature of object first, so that is 60 degrees centigrade, and next object B having temperature is that is 20 degrees centigrade. So our observation, basic observation is very simple. So from we can observe that the temperature of object A is greater than temperature of object B. So remember, so when we solve delta T, so that is the difference between the temperature of A and temperature of B. So what we get here, 60 degree minus 20 degrees, so this is the 40 degree. So remember that delta T is not equal to 0. This is the most important observation. So when the two objects or the two systems having temperature is different, then the heat transfer take place from high temperature reservoir to low temperature reservoir. So in this example, so look at here, the temperature of A object is maximum as compared to the temperature of B object. So definitely heat transfer take place from A to B. So heat lost by the object A and heat gained by the object B. Up to what? So this is the interesting observation. So heat transfer take place only when delta T is not equal to 0. And after the some time, if we observe that the temperature of object A is equal to the temperature of object B. So what happens in that case? The difference between the temperature of both becomes 0. So when the delta T is 0, there is no heat transfer take place. So that is heat transfer take place between the object A and the object B is 0. Why it is 0? Because delta T is 0. If you remember the basic formula of heat, that Q equal to M into C into delta T. So remember that if delta T is 0, so Q also 0. And it is possible only when the temperature of A object and the temperature of B object is same. So now it is very easy to understanding what is meant by thermal equilibrium. If we consider the two systems, if two systems are said to be in thermal equilibrium if two systems, that is here two objects we consider, are said to be in thermal equilibrium only when the temperature of both objects are same. Temperature of both system are same. So we can say that the both objects are in thermal equilibrium. Now it is very simple concept. So remember the only three observation. If the temperature of object A or system A equal to temperature of system B, then delta T, that is 0, and whenever the delta T is 0, heat transfer, there is no heat transfer take place between them. If you remember three observation, done. So what is the best example? So whenever in the winter sessions, so you are going outside the room, and now the surrounding is temperature is very less as compared to your body, so your body start exchange of heat. So when the heat transfer take place from your body to the surrounding, so your body transmit the heat up to which now it's attain the temperature of surrounding. Once your body attain the temperature which is equal to the temperature of surrounding, your body stop loss of heat. So whatever in that case, your temperature is equal to the temperature of surrounding. So we can say that the surrounding and you itself, your body, that both are in thermal equilibrium. So this is the basic concept. And according to that concept, so Zeorth make the law that is called Zeorth law of thermodynamics. He said very simple. So what he said, according to the law, he says that when the two systems are very simple, when two systems are in thermal equilibrium with third. So if you take here the example, this is the system A. If two systems are in thermal equilibrium with third, so this is the B is thermal equilibrium with A and C is thermal equilibrium with C. So the temperature of the object A is equal to the temperature of object B, and the temperature of object A is equal to the temperature of object C. So definitely we can say that the both objects must in thermal equilibrium. That is the B and C both having the temperature is same. So concept is very easy. So the statement is very easy. If two systems are in thermal equilibrium with third system. So now here we already read if two systems, so here system B and C both are thermal equilibrium with third system, that is A. So we definitely say that the system B and system C both are in thermal equilibrium. So therefore the two systems are in, therefore the two systems must be in thermal equilibrium. So these are the three important topics today we complete. So let's we revise and then we complete today's topic. So what is by thermodynamics? You have to just remember the two keywords, that is heat and temperature. So now here we study about the heat and temperature and interconversation of different form of energy. When we going for thermal equilibrium, simple, these are the observation. If the temperature of two object or the system is same, we can say that both are in thermal equilibrium. So when the temperature is same, so definitely delta T is 0, and if the delta T is 0, so there is no heat transfer take place between both. So if two systems are said to be in thermal equilibrium, only temperature of both systems are same. And last one, Zeorth law of thermodynamics, it is very easy. If two systems are thermally equilibrium with third system, if two systems are thermal equilibrium with third system, so here system B and C are both are thermal equilibrium with A, so then definitely we can say that the two system must be in thermal equilibrium. So according to the Zeorth law, we can study about the temperature and we can find out the temperature of one object with respect to the another object, we can observe that distinguish. So in such way that we complete the today lectures. So this is the very basic lecture. This is very important lecture. So watch the videos. Thank you very much.